And a very good evening, everybody. It is right now Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024. It is 11:07 p.m. Eastern Canadian Time. And we're going to do a little metro ride tonight from Angrignon to maybe Charlevoix. First of all, I'll show you guys this pretty cool snowfall happening outside. Montreal is under a winter weather warning. We're expecting about 20 centimeters of snow between tonight and into tomorrow. So I thought I would share this with you guys before we head into the underground rails. And by the way, guys, I am indeed filming with 30 frames per second. And I've been hearing some advice, some feedback from some of yous, including Jack, also known, of course, as a bass guy, who said that, you know what, in most instances it's good to film with 30 frames per second. So let me know what you think, guys. So what I'll probably do, I'll mix my videos up between, doing some with 30 frames per second, others with 60 frames per second, and then of course you can switch between, the full high definition and a high definition and all this stuff. We got AZUR set 28, and then you can add the image stabilizer that's built into the phone, and you can also add, of course, the external gimbal, which acts as a stabilizer. If you have watched my my videos, you'll know which I do have one, a gimbal. So even in 30 frames per second, it is a pretty decent quality video, so hopefully you'll agree with that. As we wait to depart here in Angrignon Metro Station, shouldn't be long, maybe a minute or two. I think all the AZUR trains now have the new Metro map. We'll go here to the second to front wagon. Wait for the departure beeps. There's set 31 pulling into the station. Which means we should be departing any second now. By the way, if you're wondering what this is probably salt that was in liquid form and falls from the tunnels or the ceilings of the platforms onto the train. Because there's a lot of salt where we are here in Montreal, in the ground. You can see some snow there falling off the windows. Look at that, pretty cool. So as I said, it is the wet type of snow, wet variety. It's 11:11 p.m.
La STM vous souhaite la bienvenue à bord. Prochaine station, Mont.
Then, of course, like I said, you have the full high definition, the ultra high definition, the regular high definition. So I think the full high definition, that's the one I use, that's the highest quality one, other than 8K. So 8K is available as well. I don't know if I've ever tried, I think I did a couple of test videos in 8K, but the image is very sort of shaky a bit. I don't know how it would be with the gimbal. Now the other thing with 8K is a lot of devices are not 8K compatible yet.
Station Mont.
But maybe some of them are. I don't know exactly the stats on it. For example, this phone, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, I don't know if it's an 8K capable, capable of playing 8K videos. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'd have to look it up and see. But I will do an 8K Metro ride one day just to see how it is, and I'll let you guys let me know how it looks.
Station Jolicoeur.
I always love the ultra wide lenses, ultra wide cameras on the phone. One interesting thing is you see this purple, kind of like a purple flashing light.
Station Jolicoeur.
I think that's the infrared device on the phone. You'll see it in the tunnel a bit better, when there's a dark background, but that's, I think, the infrared device. If you want to use your phone as a remote control for a smart TV or something, or, whatever.
Prochaine station, Verdun.
Yeah, so you can see it there. It's like sort of a pinkish purple in the lower left corner. I don't know if I could zoom in more on it. I can't see it here. But anyway, pretty cool. You can see it here as well as in the ultra wide lens. See that kind of like purple flashing. First I saw that on my S22 Ultra, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I didn't know what it was. Thought it was a defect.
Station Verdun.
But now you are able to see the infrared device on the phone. So I guess even when you're filming a video, it's probably active for whatever reason. There's a AZUR set number, what do we got? Set 45. And a special shout out to Chal, fellow transit fan YouTuber,
Prochaine station, de l'Église.
who's trying to take a photograph of every AZUR set. I think he's gotten maybe 66 or 67 out of 71.
Station de l'Église. Ouverture des portes de l'autre côté.
Speaking of cameras and image stabilizers and all that. There is a built-in image stabilizer on the phone, but the problem is, I think if you activate that image stabilizer, it reduces the quality of the video in some way or another. That's the thing, when it comes to videos and photography. When you want to focus, no pun intended, you want to focus on one aspect, let's say, zooming in 100 times, you're going to sacrifice the sharpness and the quality unless you have a really good lens, like if you're using a really good camera. But I'm talking, in the sense of a smartphone. If you're going to zoom in 100 times, you're not going to have that sharpness. And same with the ultra wide lens. If you're using the ultra wide lens or ultra wide camera, you're not going to have that such sharpness. You're going to have some good quality sharpness, but it's not going to be as good as, for example, the 1x regular lens. And for the image stabilizer, you can get better videos, less shaky videos, but you're going to sacrifice a little bit of quality.
Station La Salle.
Same with actual storage. If you record in a higher quality, higher definition video, it's going to take more storage, but you're going to get better quality video. If you want to record in standard definition, you're going to use less storage, but you're not going to get that quality video. For me, when I film videos, I always like to have the best setting, the highest quality setting, because usually I upload it to YouTube not long after I film the footage. So it's not really an issue for me, And if there's a video that I really like and I want to keep it, I can back it up on, for example, external hard drive, the one that Brian gave me, Bunny Crusher from Ontario. But yeah, I always like to film with the highest quality setting. And that's why I always slot 60 frames per second is the best quality. But from what I've been hearing and researching, it's not always necessarily the best. If you're filming like high-speed action or airplanes or trains, could be good. It's good, but for 30 frames per second, usually that is what people are used to seeing in everyday life, everyday videos. So that's the beauty of filming and photography and all that fun stuff. There's so many variables. There's so many things you can mix and match. Now the thing is, for the viewers out there, some of you say that 30 frames per second is good. Others tell me 60 frames per second is better. I guess it's all a preference on each person. So that's why I've decided I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna do some videos in 60 frames per second, others in 30 frames per second, and mix and match sort of. Alright, so here we are at Charlevoix Metro Station, the deepest metro station in the Montreal Metro. See if that escalator's fixed yet on the second set of escalators. There was one where the entire track came off, the hand track, the banister. I remember there was a time in the 90s or whatnot when people used to slide down these escalators, and that's when they started putting in here. You see these these things that are projecting out. It's to prevent people from sliding down the escalators, because it was such a problem that probably there was injuries and whatnot. I remember in the 90s, all escalators were without these. So just a random fact. And these stickers are relatively new within the last 5 years or so, and so are these. That looks like it's still broken here, this escalator. Looks like the track came right off. Now, I don't know if that was an accident or if they're doing repair work on it and they intentionally took it off. Hard to say. Anyways, that's about it for now, guys. As I always say, if you guys like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bells, and more footage, more documenting, more videos to come. Have a good night, everyone.